What if you lived like you were dying? Today, you're going to hear the stories of the people that accumulated the wealth, but didn't give themselves a chance to live. Retirement regret. It's a real thing. These are the folks that accumulated a lot of wealth, entered into retirement, but it was too late. They no longer could live the life they really wanted to live. Hi, I'm Nick Yeomans, your retirement coach. Today we're going to talk about some things that hinder us from really living the life we are meant to live. Is 60 your age? 65? 70? 75? When's your retirement age? When did you say, at this point in time, I'm going to be done? I want to be financially free and ready to go live that life. For too many people, we pick an age that's way too far out there. We're delaying retirement all for the sake of an extra dollar. That's not meant to offend. The reality is, for a lot of people, we can be financially free way sooner than when we actually pull the trigger to be free. You have a lot of life to live. Story time. I want to tell you about a friend of mine, a client, Chuck Smith. Chuck is married to Amber, and they are an amazing couple. Chuck is 52 years old. He's accumulated $2.5 million, and his wife has $500,000 in her 401k. They have two children who are adults, and they are very, very proud of those kids because they're independent and they're making really great life decisions. Here's the challenge. Chuck, age 52, he has terminal cancer. He's been given 3 to 6 months. Nobody can predict if that's going to hit you and your family. The challenge and regret is that for so many years, Chuck delayed doing the things he wanted to do. For so many years, Chuck missed out on opportunities to spend with his family on vacations, all in the name of accumulating wealth. He was trying to be a good steward. He was trying to accumulate wealth in a way that he and his wife could be worry-free, stress-free, financially free in retirement. But that cost, it didn't equal out. The cost was missing out at baseball games, missing out the course performances. It was missing out on the taekwondo. It was missing out on all those things. It was missing out on doing his someday list. Someday, we're going to go do these things, baby. We're going to go see all the national parks. We're going to do the river cruise. We're going to go do the things. They put it off, and now Chuck has the very real opportunity that many of us will face, which is to live like he's dying. With 3 to 6 months, Chuck has a really great and optimistic attitude about this. He's making sure his taxes in his state, everything's in order. Meanwhile, he's looking at what are the life experiences he can still muster up in the time he's been given. Many of us know someone like Chuck. Many of us may have experienced that personally, very personally. And if that's you, I'm sorry. Truly, that is a very hard thing to go through that kind of a loss. The point I'm trying to make is maybe we stop putting off all those things that we said we're going to be on our someday list. Maybe it's time to draw a line in the sand and say, this is enough. We're going to be done here. And we choose to live that life that we've been called to live. Not one of us is promised tomorrow. And let me tell you something. If you have a coach, you have a guide, you have a trusted advisor in your corner, the Bible says, seek wise counsel. You will have so much more confidence going into that next phase of your journey, that next adventure, if you have that coach in your corner. I don't know what your number is, but I do know that you have been called, that you have a purpose, that you have goals, dreams, and passions that have been delayed for far too long. For you, it's probably time to take the next step. If you're listening today, you might be struggling to find that right balance between having that security and living that life that you want to live. You're not alone. We've all been challenged with that, myself included. At the end of the day, there are so many people that we can glean from. Coaches, advisors, people we really trust. And if that is you, seek help, seek wise counsel. I want to tell you the story of Mary Beth. Mary Beth was an educator, and she was an adventurer at heart. Mary Beth had all kinds of wonderful dreams about what she was going to do in retirement. Mary Beth decided she was not going to wait until it was too late. She was going to get her teacher's pension and move on to the next step. Mary Beth decided to proactively go ahead and get her knee replacement surgery. She went ahead and proactively went and repaired a torn rotator cuff. Why? Because when Mary Beth said, I'm going to retire, she would be ready physically to go on the adventures. You see, Mary Beth was passionate about bird watching. She was passionate about going on safaris. She was passionate about going to national parks. And she had mapped out the 10 years after her retirement. No joke. 3 adventures a year, and that was it. She was after it. Now, she was proactive in going after that adventure. She had already done the math. She knew she had solid retirement income that could support her, and to continue to accumulate for the sake of accumulation, it didn't resonate with her. She wanted to get her body right so that she could live that right next life. She no longer wanted to delay that thing that she was just so passionate and energized about. For her, it started with knowing her numbers, and it followed with what's next? What do I need to do to prepare myself next? Knee replacement surgery, torn rotator cuff repair, and now she's ready. Look, if you've accumulated a lot of wealth, congratulations. You should feel really positive about that. But if you're wondering about what the next step is, the next journey, and you don't want to wait until it's too late, if today resonated with you, maybe you've accumulated a lot. And if you have, congratulations. But you have questions. Is it enough? Is it enough to go to that next journey, to live like I was dying, to take those next steps, to live the life I really would love to have? Click the link below. We're happy to have a conversation. Until next time, I'm Nick Yeomans. Stay coachable.
Investment advice offered through Merit Financial Group, LLC, a registered investment advisor.